Okay, so this is just going to show why translation data is no good. So if I start recording now, what I'm going to do is to try to move it, this is a bit difficult, but holding it steady in the other two dimensions to move it vertically, horizontally to and fro towards me and horizontally along its length. The data is going to be a bit crummy, but I think it's going to show what I mean. So if I move it up and down vertically for a while, try to hold it steady for a little bit, move it horizontally towards and away from me, and then again hold it static for a little bit, and then move it along its lengthwise axis, and again hold it static for a little bit, and then stop recording. Let's take a look at the graphs. So what I've got here, the accelerometer data. You can see here, if I'm wiggling it up and down, the blue line's moving. If I'm wiggling it to and from me, the red line's moving. And if I'm wiggling it along its lengthwise axis, the green line's moving. You can actually see these, fairly clearly. You can see which direction it was moving in. These are very bitty values. The peak here is 8, so we're getting sort of 8 steps along here, which is why when you then integrate for the velocity, you can see some wiggles in these lines to indicate that the velocity is changing, obviously, as I'm moving it up and down. But the overall velocity is not returning to zero by any means, and the position data here is just awful. My control of these things is not brilliant, but I think I was returning it to pretty much the same place it was starting from. And if you look down here at the angle rate data, it's just useless. It's not really giving you any information because, of course, the orientation of the device relative to gravity was not actually changing. It was moving sort of either parallel or orthogonal to the force of gravity, but not actually changing its orientation with respect to gravity. So the Motion Plus gives you good orientation data, but really not data that's useful for calculating position. Unfortunately, the standard accelerometer doesn't give you good information for position either.